draft then.
Jump over.
Yeah, for best of ones, having a mulligan really feels counterintuitive. I mean, you're essentially
Kind of weird,
you're
yeah.
getting down to playing one game essentially. Anyways, was always the way it boiled down to, at least in our stuff as well. So something to consider here. I mean, it made a lot more sense in the best of threes, giving it that sort of chance to better the draft or to add a little more strategy to it. But even that didn't play out the same way that we had truly envisioned or hoped. To the point we plan on doing something different next season.
So let's have a quick look at what's what sort of OP in the pool. We got
Arctic
obviously
Burn.
Arctic Burn.
The
We
media
have
call out with the Lena there, yeah.
we've also thanks. Very nice space cowboy. That's 1,000 meme points gone. Atrophy Aura, definitely worth talking about. There's
Also
nice
Fire Soul.
The
Fire
thirst
Soul,
would be
Frostbite.
always an early pickup for me here. There we see.
That's a good.
Especially on a hero that can it can stand in the front lines and it's not going to get harassed out of the lane super easy.
Yeah, and also something that's maybe underrated in the sleeper pick here is Wind Run with Freezing Field. It's really strong.
Great combos out there. Yeah, I don't know whether people have seen these yet.
And also a sleeper pick, in my opinion, is Dispose. So the Marcy stun, it's really strong on like a position 5 to put the enemy offlaner under the tower.
Is that simply because of the movement part of that as well? Just ability to move around?
Yep. Just moving them around is always a strong option. It's like, I mean, Magnus won the last TI with more or less that strategy, putting people out of position. And
the horn toss.
Yeah. And that's more or less it with a stun on top.
Does Arctic Burn still break with Nightmare? Because it counts as a separate instance?
I believe it does, yes.
I really hope the Tide Hunter is going for the Freezing Field. This will be
a
so
lot
strong.
of fun.
So it looks like
there's a bit of a
it goes to the Dispose on Lone Druid. So support Lone Druid, support CM.
Oh, it doesn't see it.
Tide Hunter.
I mean, no ultimates have been taken, so
it's still a wide open
possible
field.
He'll get it on the way down, I think.
Sale Fiend Script available for Underlords would be a good pickup. Nice. Then somebody should pick up the Kraken shell. It's really strong on course. Maybe the Dawnbreaker wants to get it.
I think Ogre, it's really good on Ogre.
That's
but Lena could also just block pick it.
Lena could just get Unleash and be a nightmare from far away.
Unleash any of these things.
They have to take Anchor Smash away here, I think. Because Ogre Magi with Thirst Anchor Smash is going to walk into a wave and...
looks like he wants to counterpick the Unleash, which is not even bad on Ogre with his with Thirst and his 80 damage talent on level 15. But Lena counterpicks him with the Rupture, limiting his movement. And what's up here next for Ogre? Yeah, maybe the Anchor Smash. You're right. If they leave it to Dawnbreaker, the Anchor Smash, it's actually
I think the
scary.
Ogre should pick... I think he's going to pick it now.
Yep.
Nice. Smart drafting by both teams.
Yeah, good pick, counter pick place. Especially clutch right when they're needed here.
Blood Rage is also maybe a sleeper pick for the last couple of picks of the draft. Both Lena and Ogre, I think, would like it.
It would be really strong on Lena, yeah.
Now, why do you say that? Why do you like the Blood Rage in this case so much?
It's a moon shard, more or less. It's 150 attack speed. And the shard even gives you like a feast on top.
You don't need the attack speed. You don't necessarily need the attack speed, but because you're always reapplying the buff.
I mean, on a Lena, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's fine. The thing is that's also Focus Fire. The only hero which can really pick Focus Fire left is maybe the Bane.
I mean, like, Bloodseeker can pick it just for the shard to keep them in the Firestorm, and has a double shard upgrade, Firestorm shard, plus the Gale Force, which is really... I mean, we saw it at the last major.
Really strong,
We saw Seb using
it. Right? Just hold them in those rings. Let the Firestorm do its work.
Oh, this was an important pick because I think if the Dawnbreaker got the Lone Druid form, then it would have been very strong.
Well, with the Kraken shell on top of it, yeah.
Yeah,
You do.
Kraken Shell, Atrophy, Aura, Power Shots. Okay, I like that combination with the Frostbite. Okay, these are the ultimates that are coming in now. Let's see what happens. Okay, Laguna Blade. That's kind of
Interesting.
strange.
Yeah, didn't see that coming.
That's good.
And
The
this is
Solar
where
Guardian was nice.
I think the TA traps are still solid also.
What's left here for Lina? Maybe just a sidekick.
Yeah, maybe the Luminosity.
That's a really great Scepter build for Lina too. Slow them with Gush, Rupture them, Arctic Burn them. It's really hard to get on top of this Lina. The only one who has the option for that is the Ogre, and he can get ruptured and get screwed by that.
Maybe this is a good time to introduce the teams and their standings, Blob.
Standings, yeah. This is Group B. So first game in Group B. G2OP on Radiant versus Tiarin's Assassins on Dia. G2OP. I mean, most people in NA probably know them. They stomping all the pubs, all the people hate them. We get a lot of hate threads on Reddit and stuff about G2OP. So people want to see them lose. And on Dia, we got an aspiring AD stack from Europe with Fazi as their captain. They're still learning and they're trying to improve, and they are really dedicated to improve. So I like their approach. They're making like draft analysis and what hero has which strength and weakness and on what position you should play it. So they're really dedicated, and I like that. So even if they don't perform today, they will in the future. I'm pretty sure about that.
And what do you have to say about the models? I mean, standout models for me, obviously the Lina being a ranged hero with the pajama pants that have huge range, not techies range, but quite far, and the Ogre Magi. First picks on either side. What other heroes do you have to say are standouts?
I mean, there are hero models, like you said, yeah. Ogre is like, if you play him core, he's quite tanky on the lane, but still, and with the Thirst and Anchor Smash, he can like out-sustain people in the lane. And when we look at the Dawnbreaker, it's always scary if somebody has Atrophy and on top of it Kraken Shell, so it's also really hard to zone them out of the lane. So both safe laners are like
Maybe A tier.
Pretty hard to be zoned out of the lane, I think. So equal distribution for the bounty runes.
Yeah, and bot lane is going to be dual range versus ranged in melee. Mid lane, this is, I think, one of the more interesting lanes because the Lina does have like the super OP spell, one of the best spells in the game, Arctic Burn. But Bane does have some counterplay. Has Dragon Slave to harass and has Fury Soul. The Lina has no like sustain mechanism, like no lifesteal or luminosity or innate regen, which you sometimes see with the Arctic Burn builds.
Yeah, and the option that Lina has no wave clear, and Bane has 2 wave clear abilities with Celestial Hammer, which is really strong. And like you said, Dragon Slave, he's also trying to get an early bottle, which he nearly has already.
I think it's crucial that the Bane starts well because once Lina gets level 5 and has 3 levels up in Arctic Burn, that's when the pain kind of starts. Yeah. So when that happens, we're gonna hopefully see the Bane start stacking and clearing the small camp, and just playing as like how Storm plays a lot of the matchups. But the sidekick is something that actually I was gonna say expect the Lina not to level because Gush in the laning stage, along with Arctic Burn, represents the big kill chance, whereas Sidekick represents just the 6 seconds of 35% lifesteal. So it is a way to sustain in the lane, but it doesn't help you accomplish the goal of dominating the lane.
It gives you a little bit of sustain, but it's level 1, so that could 36 seconds cooldown.
Yeah, whereas Gush level 2 or like if you're level 5 with level 3 Arctic Burn and level 2 Gush, I think you can make a play on Bane. Has no escape at the point.
Yeah, and he's slowed into oblivion.
I always
Yeah.
underestimate the range of the Celestial Hammer. It is unreal.
That's true. With Gush, like
by
you're
the
able
way,
to close the gap so well.
They say no game sounds are on RGB, by the way.
Sorry, no
Chat is complaining.
games on?
No in-game sound.
No in-game sound. No Dota sound.
Yeah,
Okay.
they wanna hear the people
can
last hit
fix
and
that.
cast their spells.
Do we have the technology?
We can fix that. Hopefully I won't miss first blood while we're fixing that, but we should
Looks
missing-
like there's not a first blood happening.
And let's have a look at the top lane. Oh, nice dispose into tower range with a stun. A little bit of damage coming out on Ogre Magi. He is a tanky boy. Only half HP. That was a Shadow Demon. Would have been first blood, and would have been sad.
And
Would've
mid
been
lane,
sad.
they're battling it out. Getting low. Phasey has a salve. And Lina just got the bottle, so.
Yeah.
Denied.
Too loud, apparently. Very loud. Very loud, so loud.
Very loud in-game sound, or what? We are
just
fixing production, it's game
I'm
1.
Just balancing it there now, sorry about that.
Game 1, chat. We are...
Some action bottom. G2OP getting gone on, but also being aggressive at the same time. Classic America. And they always have this nice save. This is one of my favorite, like, if the lane, there's nothing to, like, hard counter it, then it's always nice to have Cold Embrace. The value in the laning stage is huge. Later on, it can be a great save along with Glimmer Cape. Very clear role that this Crystal Maiden's going to have is going to be the saver.
Especially against when the enemy has Winter's Curse and you just Cold Embrace.
Button for that.
And it's gone again.
The protection value! Courier snipe.
Look at that. Courier snipe.
Nobody wins.
So, looking at CS, I mean, mid is pretty even. 20 CS to 19.
I don't know if it's me, but I want to say that at the top of the screen, there's also like part of the screen is just black.
Yeah. That's our
That's
big
part
overlay.
of the overlay.
Interesting.
There's also parts moving, if you can see.
So I think it's cutting off a little bit. I think I've scaled it wrong.
I see it. I see things dangling. Alright.
Dangling.
Big protection value overlay.
Anyway, Crystal Maiden getting hunted down a little bit by the Underlord. Brown Boots gets the rune. Brown Boots for both of them.
We are already 5 minutes in and no kill!
Yeah, it feels like we've been here for years. Mid lane some action. Here we go. This is the timing.
Now.
This is the timing.
That's it right there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. And we got the first blood.
And a shit tip by Gotpa.
Just cuz.
But that's what this is. I basically think that if we didn't see the sidekick come out and we just saw Lina saying, "Okay, I need to buy a little bit more regen," this could have happened already.
Oh, top lane, they're in trouble. The won't do it. He's getting jumped on.
Low.
The turnaround's here. The Lina came top, running at the Arctic. That poor Wyvern. He's not going to get away, and that's a kill there. The Ogre's now in trouble. He's going to try to body
Ogre is
black
fast
it out.
as fuck.
Oh gosh, yeah, he's going to just run away. He's got the thirst up now.
He's thirsty.
Thirsty.
But yeah, like
50.
Ooh, that
movement speed without boots.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. If he steps a little too far forward, he's done.
action bottoms. Let the
Oh, here we go.
Dawnbreaker
Nice
ulti.
save.
The Cold Embrace buying time, but it gets
I think
stunned.
it's
CM will be taken
but-
down. Oh,
Nice
Nice
rebound.
Nice sweep out. They're still chasing though. They will find that.
Yeah, they get him.
He had 7 stacks on him there, or whatever it was for a second there. Max stacks of Fiery Soul, so he was mighty fast, that Bane.
Yeah, so what I was saying before the action started is, if we just saw the Lina be a little bit more aggressive earlier, then the Bane won't be level 6 when he comes back to lane. And that's pretty huge, you know, being able to go make a play like this, use a Solar Guardian, and I think we could see a lot of damage coming out here. You can see the Banes come back into lane with a healing self, and it's going to have to pop that after just one little flurry of Arctic Burn. Rupture's ready to go.
Looks
If
like
the
he has
Bane
some
pushes
help.
up too far now, yeah, it's essential right now.
They're thinking about it. I'm not sure what they're thinking about, actually. They've decided to go back bottom. I believe that was an attempted rotation on mid.
I think so, yeah.
But yeah, he's really in trouble. He's just got a
Ah,
TP
but
out.
they're going. Frostbite. Some nukes. And he's under the tower.
Okay, we need to see a rebound here.
Yeah, rebound out.
Yeah,
Nice
Safety.
rebounds.
God, that tide is pretty fast, too. He's got phase boots up already.
Nice body blocks on CM, but they're fully committing on
coming
the...
in.
Oh! 3-man LSA, pretty big. Lena's coming. This should be... They should get 1 here, but I think they're going to be greedy and go for 2.
Also Lone Druid rotating.
Really splitting this up here.
Lone
See
Druid
the
taking a
focus
lot
on
of tower
someone.
res!
Who's gonna go down? There we go. We got the Rupture finally coming out on the Underlord, and he will go down with the power shot. That is a huge commitment for one hero.
Yeah. 4
I think it
heroes
would-
rotation.
To be honest, I think if they used the Rupture earlier on, like, the Winter Wyvern and they killed the Silencer on the side, or whoever went to the side, then it might have been an easier... Like, they were all trying to, like, be as efficient as they could. Like you said, as a result, they only get 1 kill. A lot of time for the Bane to push out the mid lane, get some damage on the tier 1. And
Also,
despite what we were
Olga
saying
Done
earlier on...
bottom. We got a 3-on-3
action
ball
bottom.
gearing up again. Find out the CM. She's the poor little slow one in all
And
this.
CM looks...
Oh, good
kinda
save. Good save.
dead.
Nope, there's enough there. There's
LSA?
enough. Oh, no.
No.
Not
And
enough.
Bane
Comes
joining
in.
and they get 2 kills.
Maybe more. They're looking for more with the Lone Druid here. They're hunting. He's still really fast with the
Bane
7 stacks up.
fast.
But he doesn't have help, so they, you know, he can just stun him, and he's got lots of stun.
8 stick charges on Lone Druids, but okay, they're disengaging.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier where Bane has, like, the speed and also the wave clear. And that's really counting so far in this mid lane. Look at the discrepancy in the tower health. Radiant's tower's at half. Bane's tower is barely touched.
Lino TPing to the big fight on bot lane.
They're gonna get 1 or 2, that's the question. Oh, this Nightmare goes out.
Nice Nightmare into the Rupture,
gonna-
and the Wyvern will come down because of it. They're holding the Kraken there, and they will bring him down. They know the Underlord's in the area. Creep
He
there,
has a
just
TP
telling
scroll.
them.
He could just TP on the high
Just got
ground. Yeah.
ready.
But
Yeah,
Lone
but
Druid's
he's-
here now. He's the one with all the stuns. Oh, he'll pop them all early here. Maybe not.
I also want to say
Enough.
the Lina got in that fight like 2 fights ago bottom. The Lina's 3-man's light strike array was exceptional.
But meanwhile, while they are ganking, Bane gets the mid tower. Ogre puts some damage on the top tower.
Nice free DD there for him too. Recharges bottle.
Yeah, this is good. This is good play. And it looks like we're gonna see a pause.
And
Winter
Fazi
Wyvern.
is stepping it up on Bane today. And also Ogre, I'm impressed how
I'm
well
really
they're
impressed
playing.
with the Ogre. Like, we haven't talked
Shifty.
about the top lane at all here, but he's top of the last hit here chart in terms of the net
Yeah,
worth.
free farming
He's
the whole time because he didn't rotate. He was just
just
farming his own jungle, farming the lane, putting pressure on the tower.
What do you think his item build's gonna be? So far, he's gone for the Orb of Corrosion and Phase Boots. Obviously, the Orb is excellent with Anchor Smash. Everyone around you takes the buff
Mhm.
or debuff, and he's got the Broom Handle, which is a very excelente item for a little tanky boy like him. But what are we gonna see coming up next? Desolator is, I think, one of the things that people sometimes go for in
That's
this
the
kind of
greedy
build.
option, yeah. This greedy option,
that
like you
feels
said,
really
Deso.
greedy.
Safe
I think
option
Vlad-
would be a BKB so he can fight. I mean, there's still a Rupture that
Yeah.
screws him a bit, but if we
What-
look at Radiant,
Okay.
they are mostly magical damage.
So do you go the BKB or do you go the other routes like the Lotus Orb or
I wouldn't buy Lotus on him.
never remember the damn
What
or the other one.
What about What about Sanj? Just a Sanj. A lot of status resistance coming out from it.
Wouldn't be horrible, but I wouldn't go for that. I think a PKP is like the safest option, and then he can fight with the team, trying to commit after Lina casted the rupture on someone.
Vlad? What about Vlad's? Maybe not on him, but someone on his team.
Yeah, somebody on his team should definitely get the Rave back. It's a fucking
Yeah,
broken item now.
exactly.
I mean, we saw it at the major. Every team at the after like 2-3 days, everyone picked it up on their position 3, mostly 4, or even sometimes on the 5.
So did we see?
Yeah,
like
it had like 80% win rates when any one team bought it.
See, like the Tide maybe pick it up and hold it then.
Maybe yeah. He's the right kind of person for it.
Yeah,
or
middle of the table.
He feels kind of the Vad's holder in this case, but he's got an eggs and a
or
shard queued up.
I think I would buy it on the Winter Wyvern because he has 2 nukes to farm, and can like start the fight with Winter's Curse, dropping the Rave Pack maybe after the Winter's Curse is ending.
Or like as it's about to end.
Yeah.
Perfect
Yeah,
timing.
that little bit of armor would go a long way too, I think.
So
my feeling is that the Winter Wyvern could be going for a defensive item for his team, in the form of a Glimmer Cape or something.
Yeah.
Won't see anything.
But here we go.
But action is back.
Yeah, the Titans looks to have Ags queued up for the win run.
Very strong.
I would prefer if we would see a shard from him. It's really good, the Starbreaker shard.
He also has the,
and also the Savage
shard,
Roar is not too bad.
Shard queued up as well.
Yeah, he has shard queued up second.
Ah, no, okay.
Oh, a lot of mana getting, big stack getting farmed out here by the Bloodseeker in his own triangle. He's going to need to pop another Firestorm, and that's one of the spells which I think are super, super underrated for neo players coming into AD. AoE, huge damage, magic damage.
It's not just the damage; it's that it's percentage-based max HP damage.
Big rotation bots.
Gets me that I always just don't
and
understand.
honest stats.
Oh, another 3-man LSA, and the ulti coming out as well.
Good ulti, but they're really separating them out there. Great circles, keeping them apart. Oh, nice light strike, bring them down, and Nina will finish off the Wyvern. All that is left here is the tanky bear, but he will run out of tank eventually here, as both of these will end, and they will have the damage down.
Cleaning up now, yeah.
But this is what we kind of expect, right? In the bigger team fights, Radiant will clean up, but the Dire have ways to want to delay the game and get some map control to get an advantage on their Ogre Magi, who's been very static.
Yeah, but he got the top tower now, still on top of the net worth chart, queued up a BKB now, so...
I would like to see one mana item coming out of him, even if it's a Soul Ring.
I mean, at least he has Arcane Aura, it's only level 1, but...
Yeah, when that goes up to level 4, he won't need anything else, I don't think.
Should be kinda fine, yeah. And another tower for Tiarin's Assassins.
The Bane can take these towers very, very quickly.
Invisibility.
I wonder what item he's going for. I mean, he has only boots and bottle and null right now. I guess something is on the courier.
Up top, they found the ogre. They got him ruptured out. They'll throw every circle they have onto him.
Oh, and they have some vision on the Underlord as well.
The Underlord showed up. This was probably a bad call for him. They got 4 heroes collapsing on. He's dead as well.
Meanwhile, action bot lane, FaZe's getting gone on by Mike Nolan, the Dawnbreaker.
But with the 7 stacks up now, he can just run away if he wants to, or re-engage as the Winter Wyvern's coming over.
TB's coming in.
Now comes
multiple TBs coming in. Yeah, Winter Wyvern needs to cast maybe ulti and run.
Oh, that was a really good ulti.
Is he killing? Oh my god.
Really good ulti.
That damage from Dawn on his own Lina. Insane.
Oh, that's something we're going to have to look out here for the future, because we could definitely see these guys murdering each other if they get a little stronger.
Yeah, CM is was trying to get off the Cold Embrace, was not in range for it, because it's the perfect counterplay to Winter's Curse.
Gold for me.
Is that an Ether Lens queued up there? It is. So we're going to try to increase that range, get a little more save range out there. Both the LSA, though, and the Cold Embrace there could both benefit from that range increase quite substantially.
And there's a huge ancient stack on in the Radiant Triangle.
Is that like a 4 stack? It looks like
Three stack.
Stack?
1. I think it looks like. I think it's a 4 stack, but 2 of the dragons have died. 2 of the small dragons have died.
I think Bloodseeker was half farming that when the last fight broke up there.
Yeah, because he also did the one at the top points of the triangle. But
The smoke rotation. Smoke rotation on Dawnbreaker on bot.
Hope they bring in the health as well. Bane coming in.
Hopping on leash.
Wow, that is a lot of damage coming out there.
But this is an important phase of the game, right? So early on, the Dire team were the ones who got ahead on towers, and they were ahead on map control, and they were leaving their Ogre top to farm, and now the Ogre's become active, nearly has that BKB, and the Radiant team are the ones going for the map control play, taking the towers. So this is an important time to see what happens, like how does this break? Like who's gonna make the first mistake? And is it gonna be able to be a big enough mistake to lead to a rush? Because could be some action middle.
Big fight mid.
The Arctic.
Oh.
It's out the way now. They start laying in from a distance, but there's 2 circles of death already coming down there, laying in a lot of damage. And they see they're bringing in more to help out before down a 3rd circle. Out comes the Ravage, finally held to the last second. CM's held out there on the side, and now the Ogre's running in. Oh,
big freezing field.
Big freezing field, forcing 2 of them back, but they're held there from the circle. Great route, and wow, combined with that, they got the triple kill there out of the CM. And we have a button for that. Woohoo!
Wow.
Oh! Oh my god, what the production value is insane.
So the thing is, now they're gonna take them. Wait for the mid tower of this glyph. Very short cooldowns, but if Dire come back in and try fights, could actually be very good for them.
In. We see 2 ports coming in. They want to fight. I don't think they're not gonna be here.
They're not really 100% ready.
Oh, they're not ready at all for this. They only brought 2 heroes to bear. The other ones couldn't get here in time, and they had the full force of Radiant, so Radiant could have pushed the advantage there, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, so they won the fight super convincingly, but the objective they wanted was the mid tower. They would have had enough time probably to go to rush, but if we saw the Dire team respawn and TP, it would have been a big problem. And yeah.
Like we're gonna see a fight at bots.
Alright, they're throwing down big bunch of circles of death. Bane also jumps in here. The Rupture's out on the Bane though. The Lena's putting in the damage from the trees, but it's not enough just running around. He's gonna kill himself. Gets the blade off as a final little bit there. They got the Tide on the other side here. Held down, stunned up, rooted, and eventually beaten down. And that's gonna be another tower off the back of that kill.
And there's no trade for it. There's nothing, no compensation that the Dire is getting here.
Yeah.
They're not even farming.
Had an arcane rune, so Rupture is up in 20 seconds again.
No,
so
they don't even
look
push
for
the
another
advantage.
kill.
They immediately go back
and
and push out the waves.
Yeah. Dire just dispersing super rapidly, so that they can get them, like they're not missing many waves.
But Olga has his PKB on the Kura now, so it's flying out to him.
Yeah, very crucial. Like you were saying, he needs this.
He needs also, now he needs damage. Now he needs level 15 for the 80 damage talents.
Yeah, that's huge.
And
once he gets that plus 80 at 15, he can actually just go for something like a Crystallis, I think.
Maybe even a Basher, to be honest.
The reason I don't think Bash is super good is just that like there's a lot of control on the side of the Radiant side.
A blink, and
overwhelming
directly
blink.
Jump the.
Great call here.
I like that.
Blink.
Jump the Lina. You somehow have to get on top of the Lina and kill her. She's just gonna dish out so much damage over.
Well, let's say that he does jump the
fight.
Lina and immediately BK's B there. Like, is Lina still strong enough to kill him at this point? Like, he's fairly tanky. Almost
Yes,
2,000 health.
I mean, you don't get. I'm not sure.
Feels one of those things
I'm
where it
not
could
100%
almost come
sure.
out ahead for the Lina there if he jumps in a little prematurely without this damage item you're talking about.
We got a shout out from our boy Rob Dota 2. For those of you interested in getting driving lessons in or around Germany, feel free to contact at Rob Dota 2 on Twitch TV, sponsoring today. But yeah, he's saying we need Aghanim Shard to come out on the Ogre for the Anchor Smash affecting buildings, increased damage, reduced cooldown, and increases the Blood Rage. Now deals 2% of the target's max HP as pure damage and heals for that amount. Only works for Bloodseeker, but that's...
One left behind top, and be the unruly sacrifice of that tower taking, it looks like. Scratch that.
Drop BKB,
Throws the
but...
BKB and runs at the Underlord instead. Goes
Now
off
he
into
tries
the
to
distance.
TP, but...
TPs. Yep, that's goodbye.
Oh!
Well done. That was a great TP.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Knew exactly what to do. Just jumped into the jungle, jumped into the trees, and just TP'd out.
Yeah, Radiant, meanwhile... Yeah, the wording of only works on Bloodseeker, I think, is just...
The spelling...
It's how they word
think it's
everything in Dota. It's always works on this hero kind of thing, or it's done
Yeah,
by this
it's a
hero.
tooltip bug, I think. Yeah, it definitely
There's
does work.
only a very few rare circumstances where that is actually the case. I believe Dazzle's abilities, for instance, for his ult, or some of the ones there.
For Juju.
Juju, yes.
And
another
G2OP
thing
grouping up mid lane. All five.
Another one
around.
is Zeus's the aura.
Oh yes, that one as well. Alright,
That only
jump
works
on
for
one,
Zeus
find the
Frost.
one. Now he's got a BKB defensively and run away. That's never what you want to
he
see.
TPs.
Oh, courier snipe!
Enough. Whoa, close.
Look at that courier go. Up hunting down one more. And they'll turn
Meanwhile,
and take the
Bane
tower.
just split pushing on bot lane. Trying to get the tower. Ah, yeah. Might even get the... At least a trade on towers.
Yeah, they gotta come back immediately, which they won't do. They'll push for more here as they're gonna go high ground. Bane's gotta come back. In fact,
G2OP know
Wyvern's
that
gotta
the
come back here.
BKB is on cooldown on Ogre.
yeah, the BKB's back for the Dawn too, so this is the time to play. Lina's got the DD active. There's some
Lots
kind
of
of
lads
Vlads.
on the Radiant
I
side.
was gonna say there's
Or
some kind of
Bloodseeker.
Vlads. It's the Bloodseeker.
Yeah,
It's the
I
Wraith
saw
Vlad.
the Dawnbreaker healing so much, so I knew. Yeah, they have got the full Wraith packed out. So really good itemization. 5k gold lead, 15 kills extra going the way of the Radiant. Seem to be in firm control of the game, but going high ground is always a precarious thing, so we will want to see a rush, I think. Or at least a very favorable team fight that turns into a high ground.
Yeah, and Lina is closing in on the scepter. So we'll see the gush wave then plus Arctic burn toggleable. It's really strong.
Yeah, one thing is the Radiant didn't take over the outpost.
Both teams didn't take over the outpost, true.
No, they just sort of bailed immediately back home to deal with the situation at hand.
Bane hanging around, is he getting it? No. And Ogre, like Rob told us, he got the shard now.
Nice. Very good.
And he's level 15, has the 80 damage talent. So he's a different
I mean-
beast now.
The thing is that the 20 talent is also amazing. 30 strength is just like such a nice little treat to have.
Yeah, it's 600 HP, it's quite a lot.
And 30 more damage. I'm a
No,
big
he's
fan of
int.
Chris.
He's an int hero.
Yeah,
Ogre.
yeah, that's that.
It's like,
okay.
you may want to check that big
Okay.
stat again there. We all remember he's a strength hero, but he's definitely not a strength hero.
You got the joke. Okay, but I want to say definitely, I'm a big fan of seeing big damage items come out here, and I think it's a bigger damage item than.
And Underlord scouts out the Roche attempt by
Headless?
Dawnbreaker.
Are they gonna go over there though? They're queuing up like
Still
they know that it's
committing.
there.
I mean, I is not really in position. Bane is not
Well,
not there.
also the arrow's telling them that it's not done yet, so they have a bit of time.
Hyde popping his true form.
Alright, now's the
Phasey's quite
time.
far away, but he
They
is
wanna
zooming.
challenge. BKB's popped immediately. So force him back
Oh,
on
and
the
he's-
pit.
Ogre ruptured.
They got
He
the
can
Ogre
hide in the.
ruptured. Now he's just
Roche
gonna
pit?
TP
No, he
home.
just TP'd.
And now they'll
And
switch
now the
target.
rush is done. I think that they just let them
They're gonna
maybe
look for
kill
more
one
here.
here.
Yep, one
Yeah.
more.
And then rush.
And then that will do the tide.
I don't know if you saw, but the ogre kept on bumping. Like, it looked like he was just bumping into the Wraith back tug so you couldn't overtake him.
Oh,
Anyway.
that Bane's got to be very careful. Oh, that's a nice Celestial Hammer out. The range in Arctic's just too much. We'll bring him down as well. They got the other one rooted up. Throw another one down. The Arctic again from the high ground, just ripping into everyone.
And getting countered by Cold Embrace.
I don't know if you heard earlier. I said there's two ways that we need two things we need to see from G2OP for them to go high ground. Either they win a team fight convincingly, or they get rush, and they've done both now. So I would expect to see them maybe group up,
Maybe group up and go high
take the
ground
mid
here.
tower. Yeah, I mean, FaZe should respawn roughly around the time that they go high ground, but the tower's already on like less than half HP. So even if they take the tower, maybe. Yeah, maybe one of the racks. They do have the Aegis. They have a good frontliner.
And Dawnbreaker closing in on the AC for even more building damage.
Oh, that's gonna really do wonders for this team here.
Ravage only hits one, but they do blow him up. There's buyback available on Underlord. I think you should actually consider using it if this fight carries on.
Yeah, but Lina holding the rupture for the Ogre.
Underlord buys back, finally comes
Once
in,
he
TPs.
commits, he gets ruptured, yep.
We do see now that BKB and Dawnbreaker really going to work, just allowing him to sustain through this, and he's trying to weigh in with all that damage. Eventually, finally gets through someone. But all the
Three
while,
down?
there, 3 on the back line.
2 buybacks are available. I'm a little bit surprised they're not going to just buy back and try to defend this.
I think this lane is lost, the mid lane.
I think you buy back.
And
if
also
they
top wave
push
is
the board.
pushing in, so with a catapult, they can even get the tier 3 top lane.
Oh,
You
there
can
we
see
go.
a death here of the Dawnbreaker.
A little bit of an overextend.
Oh!
Oh, but gets
Age
sniped.
just popped.
Yeah, maybe that's the sign for them to get going.
Yep, it's time to leave.
Yeah.
The Arctic, the
Could,
curse here. I
could
should
do the
say.
fake back. Could see a fake back happening here. Bluff is calling them on the team speak. Fake back,
Fake back, smoke. Who has a smoke?
They don't need it. They're
The
walking
smoke
high
on
ground.
long-
Oh, here we go.
And we
bring it
could
in,
see Crystal
but-
Maiden ulti. Oh, does
The
get
back.
stunned.
He gets stunned out.
Drop the
And
ulti.
Kalina-
There we go.
Gets dropped.
Oh, that's a great ult on the CM there. Really doing work. 2 on the other side have been
And a
stunned up.
beautiful shackle shot on top. Oh no.
Oh, just
And a
disassembles
LSA.
them here.
Are they cleaning up? Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
that,
And now they
ladies
can
and
walk middle
gentlemen,
and take top racks. Or go for the throne,
I was
actually.
going to say, they go for the throat right now. A bunch of them are down for 30, 40 seconds.
I just don't know if they know the buyback status. I mean, surprisingly, somehow the Dire have 3 buybacks.
Maybe they're trying just to force like
Force
buyback
the
on Olga.
buyback and get back. Because if they lose that one more buyback, they're done as well here. So, it's just that, right?
Focus fire being
Here
used
comes the buyback.
by Thorn.
Man, you gotta get in there and do
I
something.
think they just
guys.
keep the pressure up.
Yeah, it's hard for those 2 heroes to defend. Getting ruptured again on Olga.
Save though. Oh, that's a big curse,
Nice.
but won't pull anybody in. The other guys are
Olga
left
is
taunted.
gone. And that's GG.
Now the creeps are gonna take the ancient here.
So, yeah, that was...
Nice early game by Tiarin's assassins. We're even ahead, but then G2OP like pulled themselves together and were pushing together with the big old Ravage and some nice freezing fields by Crystal Maiden, and
Nice
Golden
light striker
race.
race, to be honest. The
Golden
light
race
striker
too.
race from the Crystal Maiden were really good.
Yeah,
But
Crystal
yeah, I
Maiden,
mean,
like just on point, being able to save and nuke people there with that and the ults. Very, very on point.
I bet you Space Cowboy was in the Discord motivating on his G2OP brethren. You know, as everyone who knows Space Cowboy, very vocal supporter, always trying to motivate everyone around him. Not at all toxic. But yeah, G2OP, definitely not easy, not a walkover game, despite what the score might say. It was on a tightrope for maybe the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, hard fought
Yeah,
battle.
I mean, they were the favorite coming into this game, but I thought they would have a more convincing performance. So I was actually impressed by Tiarin's assassin having such a great early into mid game, and then around 15 to 20 minutes, they started to crumble a bit.